I don't remember Tron 1 at all. I know I saw it at some point. Tron Legacy I actually really liked, and I've seen more than once. So mostly I like the soundtrack. I remember it being really good, and if you asked me what I thought, I would tell you like 9 out of 10, but if you asked me what happened, I'd probably go, I think the biggest distinction, and the reason that's so much better than Ares, is that Legacy spends basically the whole movie in the grid. The premise of Ares, like grid stuff coming to the real world, like I like that, and I like the distinction. I like the nice red color palette. Ares like implies, God of War, like they're invading full scale, but unfortunately they did blow it in the trailer. I know, like me, you were hoping that big cool city looking battle thing they show in trailer 1 was like the halfway point and they would escalate from there. They don't. That's the final ending scene. It was alright. It was fine. It's just like the trailer made it look like it was gonna be so cool. I came up going like, soundtrack was great. It wasn't horrible, it wasn't great. Like, it didn't blow me away the way that the first trailer made it look like it should have. Soundtrack's great. I don't know anything about Nine Inch Nails, and it's pretty hard to follow Daft Punk, but they nailed it. Would you believe it didn't do that on purpose? But it's basically like Tron Legacy had a baby with Blade Runner. Like, it's great. For the sake of copyright infringement, you will have to settle for my recreations here. Wait a minute, I'm demonetized. What do I care about copyright? The perfect mix of like cool synth-wavy stuff and then a little bit of the beat stuff. I'll tell you what, I had a lot of fun driving home at night listening to the soundtrack. I went really fast. And I appreciate that they played it loud as all heck because it helped to drown out the immigrant to my left who wouldn't shut up. So I did see it in IMAX, so if you're not aware, there's a Wikipedia page called IMAX DMR, and it shows every movie that's ever played in IMAX theaters, and it gives you the camera specifications for whether or not they were shot in IMAX and how much of the movie actually expands to 1:90:1. So it's shot with quote-unquote IMAX certified cameras, and they have their whole list of stipulations for that. So supposedly it's one of the like real IMAX movies, because all the time they'll take movies and they'll just blow them up on IMAX, but they don't shoot them in IMAX, and you can tell and it doesn't look as good. But the movie changes aspect ratio frame periodically, so that's cool. Although, one, they don't do the fancy countdown. It should have been so easy to just have literally it's 2025. You can just have AI do it in 5 minutes. Like, this doesn't add to your budget. But do the custom IMAX countdown. Those are nice. They do a custom Disney logo, but they don't do a custom IMAX countdown. I miss those. The movie looks good. Like, it looks fine. Like, it wasn't ugly. It's just like, man, this should have been so much cooler. Like, I get the feeling that everybody involved with this movie, with the exception of Nine Inch Nails, is just doing their job. Like, they just see this as their job. They try to do it well, but they are not artists. They are not creative visionaries. Like, the director in particular, this is the same guy who made Pirates 5. This is much better than Pirates 5. Pirates 5 sucked. He was just handed a script and said, okay, it's my job to make it a movie, and I'll make as decent a movie I can out of this script, but I have no interest in telling the script guy that he did a bad job. And the script guy did a bad job. I mean, the premise from the first trailer makes it look like Tron and grid stuff invading the world. And that sort of happens in a specific particular context. That should have been a full-scale escalation, and it just wasn't. So there's the premise, which is, make a third Tron movie and make it red and call it Tron Ares, and I'm on board with all that. Then there's the actual, baseline storyboard plot, and that, I think, is the biggest problem. But once you get past that, if we're already bought into that, what they do inside of it, I guess, is fine. There's actually a neat thing where they use time limits to create some decent tension and to kind of play with the idea of death, even though technically the constructs aren't actually dying. So that kind of goes back and forth. They do a couple interesting things with that make for some actually pretty tense chase sequences early on, so those are okay. I don't know, I could have wrote this plot. It's just not creative. It's just pretty straightforward. It's pretty lame. Again, don't confuse simple plot with bad plot. People don't come out of Dread and Mad Max Fury Road saying, I don't like the plot. It's a 90-minute action movie. There is no plot. That's fine. That's the buy-in. It's a 90-minute visual effects showcase. And everybody loves them. You come out and say, that was fantastic. Kind of wish they would have just gone in this direction, but I guess Disney just isn't capable of that. They're like, we have to have our, human characters in our story. It's the problem that Transformers kept running into. It's like, dude, why are we making a 2-hour, 45-minute monstrous piece of garbage when we can make a 90-minute slick, sweet action movie? Dude, I want to go home. I'm gonna be dead in 50 years. I don't want to be here all damn day. The next movie that is between 85 and 95 minutes gets an automatic 10 out of 10. I mean, the basic premise is you have the two CEOs of the two big tech companies fighting over the MacGuffin back and forth. That's literally the plot. And then it's a matter of like, are we gonna be able to get it? And then it's just more specific versions of that. They're fighting over a piece of code, which is really lame. What this movie should have been is, oh no, somebody screws up either, you know, accidentally or deliberately, intentionally, maliciously, and then they're just full scale invading. It doesn't have to be on this giant scale. Like, you could have done it with a smaller, more modest budget, but like, there should absolutely have been a scene where Ares just violently murders like a SWAT team or something, and there's nothing like that. They literally call him the God of War, and all he does is his little disky dances with other Tron. Man, I came out thinking I liked this way more than I did, and now the more I talk about it, the more I'm mad. But all the human characters are cringe. You got diversity left and right all over the place. Just a bunch of young millennials being obnoxious, and it's terrible. I mean, the one saving grace of the movie, I think, is the soundtrack and then Jared Leto. I don't understand why everybody hates Jared Leto. Like, he's fine. Even if you don't like him, he is not even the 7th biggest problem with the movie. But I don't know, there's something about the musical cues and the decisions he makes where it's like, I mean, he's doing the best with what he's got. They just don't give him a whole lot. The villain is, again, a young, whiny, immature guy. Evan Peters. Like, that is just the telltale part. Alien Romulus did the same thing. It's like, all of the characters, you can tell it's a movie from the 2020s because there's nobody in it over the age of 35. It's like, I don't want to see people being whiny and immature. I want to see people being competent. They're overemphasizing charisma and underemphasizing capability. I want my villains to be threatening and menacing, not funny. I don't want my villains to be funny. What good movie that people respect had a villain that was funny? Yeah, I think the biggest people to blame in the movie are the producers and the writers. I think once everything's set up and they're actually, you know, filming, I think everybody involved does fine. It's just the decisions that led to that were the problem. There's not nearly enough time in the grid. I tell you that. I mean, the vast majority of the movies in the real world. I don't remember if they show it in the trailer or not, but there's a Tron tank, and that thing is friggin' cool for all of 90 seconds it's on screen for. Like, the missed potential here is just through the... If you could grade movies on missed potential instead of how bad they actually were, man, this thing gets an F. It's like, why is there not a duel between that thing and like an M1A1 Abrams in a downtown city? Like, that'd be awesome. Nobody's trying here at all. Everybody's meeting their quotas and then punching out. Nobody's actually going, hey, let's make this really good. Soundtrack's great, though. The problem is that nothing in the movie is deserving of the soundtrack. 6 out of 10.